Hey, hey, hey. Hey, y'all. This is a little blah, 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 blah. We're going to start this over and you're going to get it all. Okay. Hey, y'all. This is Intentional Living Podcast with SonjaW, and I am back to assist you with helping you start off your week with just a little less chaos. Okay. So listen, I am so excited. This is actually the first Monday in September when I am recording this. And well, not when I'm recording this, when you're seeing this, because I am still pre-recording. Because actually this time I'm out celebrating my friend. So that's what's on the docket for this week. Okay. So actually, or would this be on the docket for yesterday? This would be a celebration. Anyway, this is besides the point. Besides the point. So this is our podcast where we spend 20 minutes making sure that we are set up for the week. This is your chance to do a weekly review and make sure that you have brought everything in alignment so that you know what you're doing this week. All right. So first things first, we're going to talk about that one good thing. I am always harping on this, that when we have a heart of gratitude, when we have a heart to our mind tuned to the good that's happening around us, it can help you transform your life. So we always talk about at least one good thing that has happened. Okay. Then we're going to talk about what's on the docket, because the whole point to this podcast is that you actually take some time to think about your week, to think about the things that you have to get done and put them in the calendar. That's part of making sure that this week goes by amazing. Then we are going to talk about an intentional topic of the week. Now, of course, we're doing this weekly review, and I want to make sure that this is something that's going to be good for you as well. So I always like to give you guys just a little bit more topics or ideas on how to be intentional in your life. Okay. And this week, we're still on that program focus series, and we're talking about how paper planners are the business. Okay. They are the best thing since sliced bread. And then we end with a little Dreamboost Prayer to boost your week, to make sure that you're ready to see your week be transformed. Okay. So let's get into it. That one good thing I had, now just so you know, I am pre-recording, and I talked about this last week, right? When I said that we must command our day. Well, I will be back from a work trip, and I had a grand time. I'm just speaking it into existence. I'm super excited about this trip because if you don't know, in real life I work with national health related surveys, and I get to go to the National Association of Community Health Centers conference and talk about what I do, and try to learn what community health centers truly need in the data sphere, right? And see how we can make that happen in our own surveys. So I am going to be coming back from that, and it's going to be amazing. I already know it's going to be good. So that's what I'm coming back from. Okay. And then there might be some other good things. Maybe I'll post them in the comments when this goes live, all the other good things that happened this past week. All right, now let's get on to what's on the docket for this week. So, a little bit of this is like future planning and things that I'm thinking about. Number one, I'm going to be celebrating my friend's birthday. We actually went to dinner on Sunday. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to go if I'm going to spend the night. We're going to figure that part out. But I probably will also be celebrating her today. But what I know is going to happen this week is a hair appointment. I'm excited. We going to get this hair together, okay? I'm excited. That's going to be at the end of the week. And then I don't know what else is going to happen this week. Right now, I'm pretty free. I am going to be working on that thing that I told y'all about last week. If you now catching me, this is the first time you see me ever, you're like, who is this girl? I have this podcast going. And last week I talked about how I have this devotional that I'm supposed to be writing and I have been avoiding. So last week we said that this month we're getting it together. So I'm going to be spending some time writing. Yes. Ask me if I did that in the comments, okay? Ask me in the comments. Keep me accountable. I'm hoping that, and that's kind of what I want to build here as well, is that as I'm teaching and as we're talking about living life intentionally together, that you guys can keep me accountable as I keep you accountable. So I always love a good comment. Go ahead, comment down below. Let me know what you're doing this week. And I want to check back and see if you actually got it done. So definitely hold me to the fire. Okay. I said last week that I was going to start writing. Ask me in the comments below if I actually did. Okay. Keep me accountable. And I hope to build that community. If you want more information about what I'm trying to do, join the Intentional Living email list. You can go below and just click on that link below there, and it will carry you right there. Okay. And I got a little gift for you. One of the things I always talk about is how you speak, right? We must speak well of ourselves because life and death are in the power of the tongue. So, if you join my email list, I give you a way of building your own biblical affirmations. I talk about how I write affirmations, or I say affirmations every single day using God's scripture over my life, right? And I'm telling you, it's transformed my own life. Just believing and hearing the truth of what God says about me and what He has in store for me, transformative. So I want you to do the same. Join the email list, okay? So, anyway, I went through the good thing. I hit up what's on the docket. If it changes, I'll put it in the comments below too. And now we are on to the intentional topic of the week. And that is that paper planners actually improve focus. Now I know we always talk about having digital, you can't really see it, but my phone is right here, right there, right? We always talk about, how it's so easy. We have so many things on our phones and it allows us to do things quickly, right? Well, phones are not always good. And I truly encourage everybody to have a paper planner. I actually have one right here. I actually turned it to an empty page because y'all don't need to see everything that I'm doing, okay? But anyway, so if you're catching the replay on anywhere you listen to podcasts, I have picked up my actual paper planner. I have it on my desk. But yeah, so I actually have a paper planner and I actually use both, right? I have things on my calendar on my phone, and then I also every single day I write down what I'm planning to do and what I want to see done this particular day. It helps me to focus. And I'm going to talk about 4 different things that having a paper planner helps you with, okay? And this is truly what it has helped me with and what I'm hoping I will get you to get into, okay? So, again, paper planners are the business. They help you improve your focus. And here are now 4 ways, 4 reasons why you need to have some type of paper planner. And you can use a combination of a paper and digital thing. Like I sometimes, when I'm trying to be quick about things, I have a to-do list in my phone, and then like I will transfer what I want to see done this day into the paper planner. All of my calendar appointments are in my personal my calendar on my phone, right? But every single specific day, I'm writing it down on my planner's like hourly thing, and it helps me to stay focused. Okay, so wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. So 4 reasons. Number 1, you are less distracted. When you have a paper planner, it helps you to be less distracted. I started to tell you how I use a combination of my phone and my paper planner, right? Well, what I typically do every single day is that when I wake up, I come, I do my morning routine, and as I'm starting my work day, this is my work computer here. But as I'm starting my work day, I start by looking at my work calendar, looking at my personal calendar, and actually putting everything that I am doing that day into the paper planner. If you're catching this on any of the podcasting applications, I'm actually kind of like pointing out where on my planner I do it. Oh, you can't even see it anyway. But on YouTube, You can always watch this version of the podcast there. But yeah, so I write down what I'm doing that day so that I have less time looking at my phone or less reason to look at my phone. And that's what helps you be a little less distracted when you are working. Because if you don't have to look at your phone to look at your calendar, then there's less reason for you to pick it up. Less reason for you to get distracted by all the different apps and things that are happening, all the do-bobs and the notifications, the Instagram posts, all that, right? There's less need for you to go there when you are actually putting everything in a paper planner. So, number one, you are less distracted. Number two, you remember things better. So there's literal research that says that when you write things down, it actually puts it into your recall memory and it allows you to bring things up a little bit easier, right? I talk about that idea or concept of mind like water in one of last month's podcasts, I believe episode probably 8, 7 or 8, I can't remember right now. But yeah, like I talk about that and how writing things down gets it out of your head, allows you to react to stimuli around you appropriately, but it also makes you remember it because you see it. You write it with your hand. It's literally the act of writing it with your hand that helps you keep it in your memory. So writing it down allows you to remember things better. And writing it down, not just putting it in your phone, not just typing it out on a thing on your phone or on your computer, but literally taking your hand and writing it down with a pen or pencil. Okay. Then the third thing is it reduces stress and anxiety. I know what you really? It reduces stress and anxiety. Yes, there's actually research as well that says the very act of getting out a piece of paper and writing things down can allow you to relieve that stress. And that's really surrounding this idea of getting it out of your head. Because when you have all the things in your head, all the thoughts, all the ideas, all the to do lists in your head is cluttered. And that raises your anxiety, your stress, all of those emotions and hormones in your body. But when you got it out of your brain, out of your mind, you have it in a trusted system that allows you to not have to constantly be thinking, oh, shoot, I got to remember to do XYZ, right? When you have it written down, it allows you to just be a little less anxious that you won't forget something because you wrote it down. Can't forget something that's written down, right? Unless you forgot where you wrote it down. I've done that. When I'm not using my own systems and I write it in some random place, I've done that. But for the most part, writing it down somewhere helps you with your stress and anxiety. And then finally, this one actually surprised me, but when I thought about it some more, I was like, no, that's true. That would help me with that. And that is that it allows you to have more creativity. The act of slowing down and writing something can sometimes bolster creative thinking. When you're trying to write out a problem or issue or some solution to something, and you write down this to-do list thing, right? It sometimes just sparks ideas because you're getting it out of your mind. So there's a little bit more room to think, right? So as you write down, you're going to see some transformation in your own life. Okay. So those are the four key things that can help you, or the four reasons why you should actually have a planner, a paper planner. It helps you to be less distracted, number one. Number two, it helps you to remember things better. Three, it reduces stress and anxiety. And then four, it helps you be a little bit more creative. I really even think about it sometimes when I write down like a to-do list or a problem that I have. I literally start to think about ideas for that problem. It's kind of interesting. I've done that before. I can't remember, there was something like I'm thinking about it right now. Like I can see it in my mind's eye that there was some issue that I had. And I wrote the task down. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, so I should call that person first. And then I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do that. Right. And it helped me out. So it's so important that you take some time to think about how can I incorporate a paper planner into my life. Okay. So I got some things for you in the comment. Tell me, do you have a paper planner? What do you use? And then two, if you don't have a paper planner, I encourage you to take some time to think about what would be best for you. I always give these people free advertising, but I love them. And it is Full Focus. Full Focus planners are amazing. Okay. And they're amazing because they align with a lot of the things that I find important, right? Focusing on your values, focusing on your goals, having specific goals for specific times, having a dream week. They call it the ideal week. Thinking and forecasting ahead and putting some of that stuff down a few months ahead. And then also living with those big three moments and just so many things that I align with and I teach. So I love a Full Focus planner, but that's not what I had all the time. At one point in my life, I used the teacher's planner. I used the student planner. Like even before I was thinking about all of this intentional living, like I had a planner because it helped me keep focus and it helped me stay on task. So I encourage you take some time. If you want some help with figuring out the best type of planner, holler at me. I would love to help you kind of work through what's important for you and decide what type of planner should work the best for you. All right. All right, y'all. Well, we are at the end of another podcast. We're going to go ahead and do our Dream Boost Prayer. And then you're going to have an amazing week. Because why? I said so. Because we're into speaking life, right? So let's do our Dream Boost Prayer. Lord, thank you. Thank you for our ability to write and reason. Show us the best way to plan and give us insight on the benefits of paper planners. Show us the best system for bolstering our own focus. All right, y'all. That was it for today. See you back here again next week for another week of intentional living with SonjaW. Bye.